Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. Today, you are going to learn about a new lesson that is from Unit 3, Where There is a Will. And the lesson is Limits of the Mind, Part 1. So, the sentence itself, the heading itself says that where there is a will, there is a way. It's a proverb. A proverb is a well known phrase or sentence that gives advice or says something that is generally true. That means the meaning of this proverb is if you really want to do something, you will certainly be able to find a way of doing it, isn't it? So, see, suppose if you really want to achieve first rank or want to achieve good score in the exams, you'll try hard to achieve that, isn't it? In the same way, this lesson is about Ekalavya. This lesson is about Ekalavya. Ekalavya is a character from the epic, the Mahabharata. He was a young prince of the Nishada, a confederation of jungle tribes in ancient India. Ekalavya is also called as one of the foremost of kings in the Rajasuya Yajna. So here this proverb tells us more about the understanding. See, when you make a mistake, what you will do? Do you admit it or not? Absolutely, you admit it. When you see a person better than you, do you try to learn from him or not? Yes, you have to try to learn from him something. What is special in him, you have to try to learn. When you come across a difficult question, do you try your best to find the answer or not? Yes. If you have a difficult question which you cannot solve, then you have to find the best answer for it. You have to try hard to solve it. When you are unable to score good marks, you work harder than before. Suppose before exams, everybody what they will do is the mistake is just when there are exams, when the exams commence, then they start reading. That's not the correct way. What you have to do whenever the lesson is completed, CT will be conducted. So you have to prepare well for the exam and you have to learn all the whatever is given in that so that when the main exams comes, FA exams or essay, you can just revise it so that you can score better. Okay, so this is about determination. See, if you determine to achieve something hard, you have to work hard. In the same way, in this lesson, Ekalavya also tries hard. He determines to learn archery from his master, from his guru. Okay. So let us see the lesson. Let us go into the lesson and see what happens. Ekalavya is a character from the epic, the Mahabharata. Ekalavya is a little boy who was born in a poor family. Okay. So this family used to live in a small village which is away from Hastinapura. Um, so they were away from Hastinapura. Why? They were shunned away from they were shunned by the society. Why? Because they belonged to low caste. So in those days, all the low caste people used to live away from the city or from the town or from the palace where the high born people used to live. Okay. So this boy, but This boy is more determined and focused on hard work. So his mother used to say that you don't go near to the town or near to the high-born people, and you don't go to play with them. Why? Because they are high-born. There is a limit between. There is a limit for us, so we cannot mingle with those people. So he always used to think that why there is a limit for us. What happened? God gave the same thing. God equally made all of us. So why there is a limit in between us and them? But once what happens, he comes across Kuru kings. Kuru kings once they come in a beautiful chariot into the forest near to his village. So all the Kuru kings along with the Guru Dronacharya, they come into the forest to learn the art, magical art, archery. So they start, all of them, they will come into the forest and they start shooting the bows and arrows with bows and arrows, and they start learning this. And this Ekalavya also starts watching, glaring at Dronacharya, how he was teaching all his disciples. So he also want to learn that magical art. Then he determines to learn that. Then he goes to Dronacharya, the Guru Dronacharya, and he asks him, Sir, you are a very great teacher, and I want to become a disciple of you. But Dronacharya refuses him. Why? Why? Because what he says that you are a low born, you belong to low caste, so I'm not going to teach any of my arts to this low born people. I belong to the guru of kings, princes. Okay, but what Eklavya will do? So when he refuses to be, when this guru refuses to teach him, then he makes a statue of that guru Dronacharya, and he starts learning that magical art, archery. And at last, after a long struggle and hard work, he succeeds. Okay, this is about this lesson, half of the lesson. Remaining, we'll see in the next video. Okay, so now let us read this. Let us go into the story. Long ago, a little boy called Ekalavya was born in a poor family. His family lived a little away from Hastinapura, the capital of the Kuru kings. They were shunned by the society because they belonged to a low caste. Shunned means they were refused to be in the city. Why? Because they were low born. So they were asked to live away from the Hastinapura. Ekalavya's mother would often say, Don't go near those people. They are high born. We, low born, are not supposed to mix with them. So his mother, Ekalavya's mother, always used to say that you don't go near to those people and don't get be that means don't be refused by them. So you don't go to them, and we are supposed to be in this away from the Hastinapura. Don't mix with them, don't mingle with them. Why? But why, mother? Ekalavya asked. He couldn't understand this discrimination. Discrimination means why? What is this low and high people? Why this discrimination? He doesn't understand. God set these limits. His mother says, God set these limits. God? But why? Why would God want nice things for them and bad things for us? So he asks his mother, why God always wants all the nice things to be done to those high people and all the bad things and bad deeds for us. Hasn't God made all of us equal? So God creates us all equal. Okay. But after the birth, we ourselves creates all these things. Okay. She sighed, I don't know, but there are bounds we can't we can't cross. God? But why? Why would God want nice things for them and bad things for us? Hasn't God made all of us equal? So God made all of us equal. Then why all this discrimination between us? Ekalavya asked. She sighed, I don't know, but there are bounds we can't cross. So uh, his mother says that there are some limits, so we cannot cross them. So we have to follow that. Ekalavya became quiet. From that day, the only important thing for him was to understand the meaning of limit. So from that day onwards, he starts thinking about this discrimination. Why this limit? What is this limit? What is the meaning of this limit? Why should we should be bounded in this small village? He want to know about that. One day, Ekalavya saw beautiful chariots coming into the forest near his village. He saw boys of his age get out of the chariots. Last, an old man with snowy white hair came out looking stern but calm. So one day, what happens? Ekalavya comes across with this Kuru kings. He saw a beautiful chariot coming into the forest near his village, and some boys getting out of that chariot who are of his age, and an old man with snowy white hair came out looking stern but very calm. So he saw all this. Ekalavya heard his father's voice. Those are the Kuru's princes. Then, as soon as he saw these chariots and the Guru coming from the chariot, Ekalavya's father called him. Those are the Kuru princes. Don't go near to them. So they came here to learn some art. So those are the Kuru princes with their great teacher Drona. He was Dronacharya. The boy he has just patted is his favorite, Arjuna. So Arjuna is his favorite disciple. Whose disciple? Dronacharya's disciple. Arjuna was see, he was a clever and intelligent boy, Arjuna. So he is very good at archery. They have come to practice archery. Don't go near them. Who said these words? Ekalavya's father told to Ekalavya. The boy started shooting with bows and arrows. What amazing things Arjuna did. He could shoot at a target with closed eyes. See, how astonishment. See, how amazing. Arjuna, he could shoot at a given target with closed eyes. Without seeing also he can shoot at the target. He could shoot with his left hand as well as the right hand. With both the hands he can shoot. And the teacher Drona's arrows made fire, chased things in circles, brought rain and lightning. It was magical. So even Drona's arrows also made some fire, chased in the circles, and when this even these arrows also brought some rain and lightning also. You might have seen all these magical things, magical art in Ramayana and Mahabharata also. Have you seen it or not? You might have seen in the serial the Mahabharata and Ramayana in the television. Okay. So whenever the arrow is shot, what is it? Lightning, thunders, and rain also appears all of a sudden. So this is all Drona taught to all his disciples. The practice ended. The practice ended. Ekalavya went up to Drona and with folded hands said, "Great sir, please teach me this magical art." So whenever you want to ask something or you want to request something to your teachers or gurus, then how would you stand? With folded hands. In the same way, Ekalavya also went to Dronacharya, the Guru Dronacharya, and he stood in front of him with folded hands and asked and pleaded him to teach him this magical art. "I don't teach the low born." See how sad. Drona replied coldly and turned away. So what Dronacharya said? "I don't teach to the low born people. You are from low born, poor family. So I don't want to teach you. You go." So he said, and he turned away from there. "Master, your arrows don't seem to mind any limits. They bring rain." That means whatever you shot the arrows, there are no limits to them. They brought rains, fire, and whatever wonders. So, how then can you be bound by the thoughts of high and low birth? He asked. See, Ekalavya asked, there are no boundaries for your magical art. You brought rains with shooting an arrow, you brought rains, fire, thunders, whatever, all the things, all the wonders you brought. Then why there is a limit for this art? He asked. Saying this, Ekalavya walked away from a glaring Drona. So Dronacharya, when this boy asked him like that about the limits, about the set limits, then he started glaring at him. Glaring means looking at a constant place or person. So Dronacharya stood watching him, glaring at him. So he walked away from Ekalavya walked away from Guru Dronacharya. So this is half of the lesson, today's lesson. Let us know what happens in the next class. Okay. The assignment is just you go through this two paras, whatever is given in this 4 slides. You just read that. Read the lesson and find out the difficult words from that and read each word 5 times. That's it. Okay. I'm not giving you more work. Just read the spellings well. Okay. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.